Everybody knows this is the greatest time to make money online. I know that, you know that. I actually caught up on this trend back in 2017, and by now I've been able to generate millions of dollars for my clients at the age of 22. And notice I said the word client, and that is because to make money on e-com, you don't necessarily have to have an e-commerce store. You can simply help others scale their store, right? So if that's you, if you're looking to work with other brands and manage other e-commerce stores, I want to show you exactly what I've been able to develop over the past 6 years that allows me to run this brand profitably. And maybe that's not you. Maybe you have your own e-commerce stores, you don't want to manage other people's stuff, but at one point you want to not have to run everything yourself, right? You want to build a team, you want to have a company, a real business where you can step back and still make money. Well, this video is going to show you exactly what you need to have in place in order to do so. So let's get into it. But first, let's address the elephant in the room. A lot of people are going to say, well, if you're so good with scaling brands and whatnot, then why don't you have your own e-commerce brand? A lot. And the reality is I do. I started a small dropshipping store. I think last week we did about close to $2,000. So I posted a screenshot right here. I'm just waiting on inventory. So I only had the ads out for 2 days. But the reality is that I was kind of forced to be in the position that I am right now, where I run ads for other people. You see, back in 2016, when I started my first dropshipping store, I had a month where I did $33,000 in sales, selling just one product. I actually did a whole video about what the product was, and you could watch it by clicking right here. Yeah, don't click on the link just yet. Just right click on it so that you can open it on a new tab. That way you can finish watching the video that we're talking about right now, and at the end you could go back to that one. And if you haven't yet, please click the like button and subscribe, and let's get back to the video. Going back to the story, like I said, I made $33,000 in 1 month, but the next month I actually logged $6,000. And the reason being is I got scammed by my supplier. He was sending fake tracking codes to my clients, so I was getting hit with refunds and chargebacks and a whole bunch of stuff, so I had to shut down the whole store. And so I was left with the skill of knowing how to run ads, but no capital to run my own store, and that's why I started running ads for other people. And voila, that's how I ended up here running stores for other, e-com store owners. So after several years of doing this, I've developed a team to be able to do this at scale and profitably for my clients. And when I was thinking of making this video, I looked back and there's really 5 key pillars that have allowed me to do this at a high scale like I'm doing now. And those are the 5 things that I want to share with you. Number 1, picking the right brands to work with. Number 2, having proven frameworks that allow you to scale these brands. Number 3, building the right team. Number 4, having the right systems in place. And number 5, communication with your clients. So let's dive into each one of them. So for picking the right brand, what I came up with, first, I don't work with dropshipping stores regularly. The reason being is these people usually don't have any money for ads, and you're going to need money for ads. And they just have no clue how to run a business, and they come to you, they want to pay you $1,500, $2,000 a month for you to basically build a business for them. And it just doesn't work, right? So I don't work with dropshipping store. The second thing that I look for when, examining a client or whatnot is I want to work with stores that are product focused. And these are essentially the owners are obsessed with the product, right? They created it because of a problem they saw themselves, or they saw a need in the market and they developed this in for years. It could be a clothing item. It doesn't really matter. The point is that they're obsessed with the product, and because they go crazy with content because they know how to, bring the product to life, how to showcase it, all of that stuff. They obsess over the customer experience. They want people to have a really good time, buying their product, using their product, all of that stuff. The packaging, the emails, all of it is on point. And these are things that you need to have a really good brand. So you as somebody that, might want to run multiple e-com stores, those are things that you cannot build for your clients. They have to be about the product. They have to want to advertise this thing. They want to, have their customers have a great experience. So don't shortcut it, right? Just look for clients that are product focused. And the last thing really with this is you want to have some sort of tangible success. So for the stores that you work with, you want to make sure that they've already proven that there's a demand for their product, essentially, right? So, these are usually making like $5,000, $10,000 per month that they can't scale, and that's why they're coming to you. But at least that they already make money. Okay. Second pillar is the framework, the proven frameworks. And the developer process, it's usually testing 3 specific types of campaigns. No matter the niche, we have a top of the funnel, a middle of the funnel, and bottom of the funnel. On each one of those, we're testing specific types of audiences and a specific content pieces that we put out there. Keep in mind that you need to have a proven system. And if you want to use mine, you can just click on the link on the description and grab my what I just showed you. Now, building the right team. This is probably going to be one of the hardest things you do because you're dealing with people, right? Now at this point, it's not just about you and your work ethic, it's about other people's work ethic. And you're going to encounter tons of issues with people being unreliable, people lying on their resumes, the language barrier, right? If you're going overseas for some of these talent, you're also going to have issues with time zones where, these people might be 11, 12 hours ahead. So the communication is really like one day apart. So let's just assume, you could break through all of that. It's going to take time. There's really no shortcut to that. My team is composed by these key individuals. And quick disclaimer, I actually had a team of about 18 people and I downsized because in reality, I didn't need all of that. So these are the key individuals that you probably need. Based on my experience, these are the people that really run this whole show. So I have media buyers. These are the people that go into the Facebook Ads Manager or the Google AdWords and actually set up the campaigns. They know how to optimize it. I have a copywriter. This is a person that helps me sell the product in writing, right? So they write the Facebook ad copy or the product description, or if we're doing a landing page, to write the copy on the landing page. Outside of that, I have a graphic designer. Pretty self-explanatory. They help us create cool graphics for our clients. I also have a email marketer, and these people, it's 2 people really that I have there, but they help us continue to scale our clients by leveraging their list, their subscriber list, right? Just continue to sell stuff on the back end via email. I have a project manager, and this person is like the glue of the whole thing, right? They make sure that people are doing what they're supposed to do, that clients are getting communicated, that projects are moving forward, that we're on time, all of that stuff. And then my latest addition is I have a video editor. This person grabs the videos from my clients. We usually have a Google Drive folder. He grabs them from there and then creates different videos for our media buyers to go out and put on Facebook. The fourth one is system. And the first one you're gonna need is you need a project management tool. We use Asana, and this is basically a place where you can keep tracks of all of the stores you have and all of the projects associated with it, who is responsible for getting those projects done, the timeline, the resources they need for all of that stuff. So you need a project management tool. Second thing is, me personally, I meet with my media buyers on Mondays and Friday. Since these are the people that drive the revenue, they drive traffic to the store, it's very important for me to meet with them and kind of have a pulse on how things are going. On those meetings, we have a performance sheet that they have to fill out to ensure that, we're actually moving forward, that we're improving our results week after week for our clients. I also have a meeting with my operations team. At the time, that's just my project manager and my admin person. We talk about what's going on with the company, what's going on with employees, and how we're going to move our clients forward. And the last one is just having SOPs. And SOPs are just standard operating procedures. These are basically like instructions for getting tasks done. So anything that's done on a recurrent basis, we have a detailed way of how it needs to be done, because remember, you're working with multiple team members, there's multiple clients, multiple stores, and if everybody has a say on things, it's going to be all chaotic. It's not going to be consistent. And the fifth pillar is communicating with your clients. And here's the situation. Your clients or the store owners, whoever you're working with, they don't want to pay you thousands of dollars per month to have to wait 2 days for you to reply back on an email. And we get it, it might not be intentional, you're busy running their stores, but they just don't want to deal with that. So we use internally something called Slack to communicate with our clients. So essentially the way we use it is every client has a Slack channel or a group chat where my project manager and my main media buyer are in there along with the client. So that way, if they have any questions, they can text us basically in there, and they're gonna get a reply within the hour really. So that way they feel taken care of, they feel heard, and I'm not the bottleneck. Because if I don't have something like this, then all of the clients are gonna be emailing me, and I'm gonna be so busy with other stuff, and I'm going to, miss some of these messages. Other thing I do is I meet with all of our clients every 2 weeks on Zoom. And these are quick 30-minute calls to talk about progress, how things are going, to kind of get a pulse on how the client is feeling about the process. That's one of the things that I'm actually looking to outsource pretty soon. I'm going to have my project manager or my media buyer take those calls, because now I'm focused on growing the business. I'm not so involved in all the little things. So it makes sense for somebody that has a better pulse on it to talk to the client about those things. I have clients that have been with me for over a year now. And it's not because I make them money every month. There's actually clients that, we had really bad months and they haven't fired me or haven't fired my agency because we built a relationship with them. They feel like anytime they have an issue, anytime there's a problem, or anytime they have an idea, they get a response really quickly. Imagine you're texting a girl and she takes like forever to reply, right? Like, that's not the vibe, right? That's not what you want to deal with. That was a lot. I know. It might seem overwhelming. And quite honestly, if you're just starting out, I wouldn't recommend setting all of these things in place off the bat because that's just too much. You don't have the resources to do that. If you were just starting out managing multiple e-commerce stores, the only thing that I would recommend for you to start with is a project management tool. That way you can keep track of every store and the projects associated with it, and then a Slack channel with every client so that you can talk with them and know what each client needs. As you grow, as you get results, as you get more revenue, then you could start hiring teams. And same thing for you. If you just have a store and you want to start building a team so that the team runs the brand for you and you don't have to do everything yourself, that's what I would do. Just get started with a project management tool. That way when you bring your first employee, you could plug them in there and they don't have to talk to you for every single thing because it's all laid out on that project management tool. If this video was helpful in any way, shape, or form, like the video, just subscribe to this channel. It really helps a lot. And if you really want to make my day, just comment down below. I reply to each one of them because there's only like 2 or 3 comments. But yeah, I'll see you guys on the next one.